So this is just a little video, page 44, question 4. Now, this is a difficult enough question. If we could just try focus really on the three triangles, so the blue outside triangle, the red dotted inside triangle, the blue triangle on the inside, and then we can try do the three arrows afterwards, and we'll see however you get on with them. Okay. So three of these triangles are equilateral. That means the sides are all the same length, and the angles are all the same as well, 60 degrees. So the very big outside one is easy to draw. It's 160 millimeters and it's 60 degrees in the angles, remember, because it's an equilateral triangle. So draw a line straight across the page, measure 160 millimeters on it, about 60 degrees on each side. And that gives you your big triangle to start with. Okay, so I'm going to do this in blue so it comes out better. So that's the outside triangle. So the next triangle in here then, it's 28 millimeters up from the baseline here. So that means it's 28 in from the two outside lines as well, because they're equilateral triangles. Okay, so the angles have to be the same. So because of that, it's going to be 28 in from the three sides, which will make my small triangle. So nice and accurate here now, which are 28, 28, and 28 on this side. I can go straight across from my bottom line, and then up at 60 degrees for each of these marks. So up 60 degrees. There. 60 degrees here. And that gives me my small inside triangle. Okay. The next triangle now is this red dotted line, and that's a center triangle. So if the small triangle is 28 millimeters away from the outside triangle, it's center, so it's in the center. So what I'm going to have to do is measure 14 millimeters from this big triangle to get that red one. So 14 there, 14 here, and 14 from the outside here as well. So once again, now do this in nice and light, and I'm going to go over this with red in a second. Angle is the same, 60 degrees, because it's an equilateral triangle. And I'm just going to go over that now with red. So that's my three triangles drawn, and they're going to help me form the shape. So what I'm going to do for this, okay, I'm going to draw this triangle up here first, then I'm going to use this triangle to help me draw these other two. Okay, so that's what we're going to do. So I'm going to measure down from the very top corner of my triangle, 60. I'm going to draw this triangle, and then I'm going to use this to help me draw the other two. So we're going to measure down from this top corner, 60 millimeters. Okay. We're then going to draw with our 30-degree set square a line across like this. Okay. That's giving me the bit that the angle that is going to stick out before it makes my triangle. The reason we draw 30 degrees is because this is at 60, giving us a nice little right angle inside there. So this triangle now sticks out 10 millimeters each side of the blue triangles, okay? So 10 millimeters each side. So I'm going to get my black there now as well, actually, and just line that in for you. Okay. Now I use my 60-degree set square. So we're using the 60 this time to make an angle of 30 in there. Down to that center line. And we can join this point back here also. Okay, so what I done was from this corner, measure down 60 millimeters. Use my 30-degree side of the set square, drew a line across, measure 10 there, 10 there. Use my 60-degree side of the set square here, so I hit that center line and just draw it back. Okay. So next thing I'm going to do, right? I'm just following the book here now for filling in this shape, right? So from this corner, I go up here at 60 degrees, continue on up until I hit that big triangle. When I hit that big triangle, I go straight across. And I can join it back down to there. Okay. I continue this line across here until it hits this blue, small blue triangle. And I'm going to go 30 degrees here now again, across. And I can join these, so join this to here, and join this there. So that's my first little arrow drawn on the shape. Okay. Now, as I said, we're going to have to use this to help us to draw the second one and the third one down here. Okay. So I'm going to go on to the second one so for a minute, right? So I have this point here, this point here. So I can draw in this line. Then I'm going to use this up here to help me with this part down there. So measure up 28. Bring it across to where it hits the outside of the blue triangle. So I have that already, just brought it across there. And I also have this red corner line here. So I'm just going to join in these two and extend it on until it hits that blue. Now, what I'm going to do, right, so there's a dark green and a light green. I'm going to use this little shading thing to show the dark green. Okay, so that's the dark green section of this recycling logo. Alright, so if you notice here, this dark green section up here is the same as this dark green section down here. So at this point to here, it's the same as here to here, the small line. The long line from here to there is the same as from here to there. So that's how I'm going to get my my arrows, right? So I'm going to get my compass, and for example, this long line here, I'm going to put the point on the very end of the line, extend it on to there. Okay. I'm then going to put the point of the compass back here and do a little mark there. I now know that is how far my arrow is traveling forward. So I can do a line across there, the vertical line, and I'm going to do the black to show you where I have to find it now. So where I have to find it, this will go across to here. Okay. This is going to stick out now 10 millimeters each side. So 10 millimeters. 10 millimeters. So we have this. I'll show you the book now again just so you can see, just so you can reference it. So I basically have drawn this. All I'm left here now is my angle pieces here, and I'll also be able to get the back. Okay. So first of all, what I'm going to do is I want to get them angle pieces right up in the front. Okay. So I can use my 60 degrees from this top corner down to where it hits the center line, and I can just join these up there. Right? Shows us in the book, if we bring this straight up to hit the blue, small blue triangle, which is there, go at 30 degrees, like this into there, and this into there. That now is my second triangle draw. Okay. Once again, now I'm going to use the green to show you exactly where the dark green part is. So that's the dark green part. Because I'm going to need this bit again now to help me draw this one over here. Okay. So, this last triangle now, I can bring this point over here straight across. Or sorry, this center point. So this point here, and go straight across. Or we can actually we'll change the way we come at this, right? So what we're going to do is we're going to extend this blue triangle, the small blue triangle, down to hit the ground, okay? So that gives us that point there. So what we're going to do is we have this point here now. I'm going to do the same thing with my distance. So I'm going to get my long distance there. I'm going to mark it up here and I'll draw this, right? So we'll use the same kind of a method rather than changing it up. So I have this one here, travels up here. So we get the distance on our compass. So we point here, lead that far. I'm going to do the exact same here. Point and lead. So that's now where my angle is starting. So my angle is going to go up to there and wherever. Okay. I'm going to draw 30 degrees across where that mark is done. I'm going to measure 10 millimeters on each side like we done before. So 10 millimeters, 10 millimeters. And I'm now going to go up at 30 degrees on each one of them. Okay? I'm going to go 30 degrees on each one of them corners. So you can either use your protractor or your set square. I'm going to change it up and just use my protractor on this one. 30 degrees. So you've been protractors used before. Where crosses the red line, then draw it back to the other side. So I'm going to go over what I have in black now. So I have a nice little bit of this triangle. That continues straight on to where it hits there, my blue triangle. Bring this straight down. Straight across to here. Straight across to here. Okay? So that's the question completed. Okay? That's a difficult question. Alright? That is a difficult question. If you got the two blue triangles, the red triangle, and even that first arrow done, okay? I'd be very, very, very happy with that. If you got the 3 triangles done, it would also be a good effort. Okay, try to get the 3 triangles as best you can anyway, and even if you got that one done as well, it'd be a great effort. So take your time with it. Okay, don't panic if you can't get it all. That's fine. We'll have a look at it in our Tuesday class next week anyway. Okay.